In their grade level data teams, the teachers came up with 3 bang for your buck strategies that support the key learning concepts that children need the most help with. Now we have to let the parents know about those specific areas of need. And note the word specific, so that everyone is on board with the learning expectations of each grade. How often do we, as teachers, share with parents those 1 or 2 specific areas where the students need the most help? How many times have we all been in the same room brainstorming ideas of how we can all help each other achieve the same goal? Designating special events and meetings throughout the year to share those grade-level home learning strategies reinforces the school's commitment to having parents on our educational team. This leads us to step number 5, reaching out to families. It's all about the conversations.
We're talking with Renata Lantos, the principal of Bielefeld Elementary School in Middletown. Renata, we often hear how hard it is to engage families in student learning. How have you encouraged parents to take part in developing the compact?
Well, we did the usual things. We did mailings, publicized it through the newsletter. There was some personal appeal to explain what we were doing. But I think what was really important was making it convenient. One of the things we did was piggyback it with the PTA meeting so that it wasn't another night out. And we adhered very strictly to an agenda and a time frame. So when the agenda said it was 1 hour, it was truly 1 hour. They could plan for that. And we stayed focused on the agenda so that the parents understood that we were going to do what we promised to do in the agenda, what we had planned to do. At the end of the meeting, they knew that they had accomplished something because we did stay very focused. And it also sent a message that we valued their time and respected their time. The other thing we did was to make it clear that what the priorities were in the school improvement plan. And so it established a sense of importance about the process to them.
It's also important to build relationships with families, and I know that you've been working on that. So going beyond the meeting, what did you do to follow up and build those connections?
But we did talk to parents outside of the meetings. There were conversations, and I think the process of the meeting built bridges between the teachers and the parents. So they felt that connection. And of course, in the process of doing it, the language begins to be the same. You know, where you start off having different understandings, you have a common language now.
That's really important.
Yeah.
So when teachers were talking with families, undoubtedly families' ideas surfaced. Do you think your teachers were surprised by some of the things they heard from parents?
The relationship traditionally between parents and teachers has been one of parenting the parents. And I think there's a sense of being the fount of knowledge and wanting to impart that. And the process really changed that because the parents were making some very good suggestions, school culture. And there were times that people were really not on the same page, and we had those tough discussions. But when you have tough but respectful discussions, you build what I call a third culture in the room. It begins to be a hybrid of what you started with. And in the end, there were people who had, again, a common understanding now and common priorities because those were communicated as part of this process.
Thank you so much. That's very insightful.